Yo, what's up, guys and gals? It's your infected eye host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys an unsightly review for Jujustu Kaisen, Chapter 165, live. This is going to be a live read-through. I was very busy today, this being Friday, unfortunately, I didn't even have time to read the chapter yet and stuff, and I'm very busy with a service for my dead uncle tomorrow and stuff like that, Sunday's football. So instead of reading the chapter, coming up with ideas, and then going to a review type format, I'm just going to read the chapter right now, record a live reaction pretty much to the chapter, and post it as the review for this week. Thankfully, One Piece is on break during this time, and Red Hood is gone, so you know, I don't have a whole lot of pending stuff, and I'm just trying to get some stuff done. I worked a double shift today, so I didn't have time to do anything. But anyway, let's just, you guys don't care about that. Let's just read right through on Chapter 165 of Jujustu Kaisen. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to take a little gander. Okay, we're staying with Higuruma. So Higuruma, 59th class, lawyer, association affiliation, Higuruma Hiramori, 36 years old. He passed through many barriers such as the T University, Toho, University Law School acceptance exam, and the old, goddamn ads, and the old legal bar exam on his very first try. Ordinary people who learned of Higuruma whispered that he was a genius. However, and we get a good shot of him like laying down the law. Higuruma... Oh, typo. They put in an I where it doesn't belong. It's supposed to be a U, not an I. Hiriguma, in this particular sentence, felt that there were trivial tasks, simply inputting the necessary knowledge and getting the correct output every time. The man who perfected the law, his talent knows no bounds. The raw talent that shined the brightest within him was... And then we keep going on. Okay, so we're at the end of the last chapter. Of course, it's Yuji who can't seem to use his cursed. He can't use his cursed energy or a cursed technique or anything like that. Of course, and now Higuruma is just going at him with, of course, the judge's like gavel. So, foosh, pop. So he's trying to slam him. Yuji's dodging. It disappears, reappears, and boom. Okay, so now he's doubling. He's doing two hammers. Double hammer time. Boom. Okay. Let's see what else is happening. So in the next page, Yuji tries for a counterattack, it looks like. He blocks it. I don't really know what's going on here. He sort of threw the hammer like it's like a paper, sort of like a pickaxe, and it caught Yuji by the elbow on the inside. Now he's gonna pull him, I imagine. Yeah, he flips him, so he's using it almost like in a whip-like format. Now it's coming back into a judge's gavel, so he can control what this gavel sort of looks like. He can duplicate it, he can turn it into like a whip-like format, he can do a lot with it by the looks of it. Talent as a sorcerer. Okay, so that's continuing the last page. It goes, the raw talent that shined the brightest within him was talent as a sorcerer. Okay, so... While researching his curse technique, he discovered that he could use the domain expansion and basics of barrier techniques without any need to practice. Well, that's big news, but also remember what Tengen and what we learned about domain expansions before. He's using the old school domain expansion, which was not this high-tier, highly coveted technique. He's using the more simple one, which is still a good technique, but it's not it's the sure hit, not the sure kill. So its power isn't a twofold, it's only a onefold, hence why he's probably able to use it very, very quickly right off the bat. That makes sense. And by working backwards, reverse engineering the barrier technique, he swiftly gained an intuition for strengthening techniques by controlling cursed energy. He really is a genius. He's got great talent. In the 12 days from the awakening of his curse technique, he grew to a level no different from a first-grade sorcerer. Well, damn, so he jumped from, I figured this out, research, trial, error, boom, first-grade sorcerer. This dude's a man. He defeated countless cursed spirits before entering the colony, and he also defeated over 20 players who attacked him. Interesting to note. Distinction matters, just like the law. So, which what we're going for here. Unable to muster cursed energy? Question. Yeah, you're the one that did this to me. The penalty of confiscation temporarily makes people unable to use their cursed technique. I'm guessing you didn't have a cursed technique. Yuji doesn't comment. This is frightening. So the penalty must have changed to unable to use cursed energy. How's he able to fight me equally without cursed energy? So Higuruma is sort of like, oh, Yuji, this guy's no joke. By the way, confiscation, he continues, is supposed to be a supplementary punishment that's not imposed by itself. It's not his strength as a sorcerer, it's his natural body. His durability as an organism must be overwhelmingly high. All right, we're recognizing we're going back to the sort of the Asta version of Yuji, his raw physical capabilities before any of this shit. When sorcerers are unable to use their cursed technique, it's common for their basic control over cursed energy to become a mess as well. The intuition you've built over the years becomes dull. The complete disability of cursed energy is even more disadvantageous. Yet, he's still putting up quite a fight. Ordinary opponents would have been finished from a single blow. He'll knock me out if I underestimate him. So he's not taking him lightly at all. He's like, okay, this kid in front of me, this opponent in front of me, has been zapped of his technique, but clearly he's used to fighting without it in the first place. So, yeah, alright. I wonder if this domain expansion will work on Yuta. Like, I really do. Could confiscation seal Yuta? Or, better yet, could it seal Yuta's cursed energy, but would it seal, like, could it seal, like, I don't know. Like, how would that work? It would seal his cursed technique, but then he'd still have his cursed energy. I don't know how that would work with Yuta. Would he be able to do both? Would Yuta be unable to use Rika and any form of cursed energy whatsoever with this thing? I don't know. I don't know about that. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you think. Would confiscation in this way work against Yuta in both regards? Because remember, they're sealing his cursed energy, but Yuta's got basically infinite. Can confiscation seal almost infinity? I don't know. And then, can it seal Rika? Because, yeah, domain expansion, it's a sure hit idea, but Rika won't be bound by that shit. I don't think. So, I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. I imagine most of you are saying, no, it doesn't matter. Like, it would work because it's a domain expansion, but I'm going to go off that Rika would just break it. Like, oh yeah, we confiscated Rika. Break. You know, she's not going to, no. So, at least that's my theory. What do you guys think? So, Higuruma looking dangerous, looking serious. He turns it into like a spear-like, like a long pole weapon. With his hammer, I'll crush him with everything I have. So then he goes forward, and we're back to the fight. Boom, boom, boom. Attack. Oh, he got close, and now Yuji's trying to take the staff from Higuruma. That's actually a smart idea on Yuji's part, but then it's gone. It's gone from his hands. Boom, boom, boom. He dodges. Okay, then he's back on his heels. Higuruma trying to attack. Hits the bathtub, breaks all the water going everywhere. The bathtub went into a million pieces. Higuruma using it as a distraction while Yuji covers his eyes, trying to attack him. Seemingly hits him this time, and Yuji, the floor is breaking under him. He's like, oh shit, ugh, and smash. Look at the size of that hammer. It's like Super Mario. It's like, bam, and it's like, Galvin hammer, boom, you know. And then amazing. It's like I'm fighting in an indestructible doll, says Higuruma. Shit. So Yuji's struggling, but he's still alive. Shit. How long will this last? Cursed energy. I need cursed energy quickly. An insane ability like this. There must be some kind of downside for Higuruma. Then he's thinking, think. A court-based cursed technique. A court. Oh, Higuruma. I want to redo it one more time. Boom. And they're right back into the domain. Okay. A retrial. He's allowed to request a retrial by the laws of the domain expansion. The domain expansion works like a court of law, so he demanded a retrial. And then they automatically go back into the domain expansion. Okay. This is a very interesting domain expansion. I kind of like it. Like, I like it quite a lot. Higuruma, you noticed. Huff. Close one. It's called a second trial, right? Or retrial. Any defendant that has been sentenced guilty and penalized by judgment may request up to 2 retrials, provided they hadn't pleaded guilty before. Okay, so as long as he doesn't plead guilty, he can request another one after this. Judgment will not deny this request. Okay, now, come on, one more time. All right, well, he's already been found to be lying about that. He was no. How's he going to get out of the whole Pinko shop thing? Like, or the pack of whatever it is. Let's see, so one more time. Judgment says, Itadori Yuji is accused under suspicion of committing mass murder in Shibuya on October 31st, 2018. We all questioned it. Like, why this one? It's like in order of things that they know. It's like in order of crimes he has committed. It went with the very first crime he did in his life. And now it's going to that potentially, just throwing that out there, now it's going to the recent one. Since then, he's committed no crimes other than this. According to the judgment. I mean, you could argue some stuff, but that seems the way that it is. Everyone said, what about the mass murder of a bunch of people, like in Shibuya? What about this? What about that? What about killing people in cold blood? It might have been Sukuna, but it was his body, you know? Let's see. Oh, shit, the judgment. Very scary looking judgment face, by the way. Very scary looking. Usually looking shocked. Okay. You know one thing that Gege needs to learn how to draw is scars. Yuji's cool looking, but that scar by his lip looks so bad. It looks like he's just like he's wearing like a patch, like he cut himself shaving a lot of the time. Let's see. So what is he gonna say? Yuji, yeah, I killed them. I'm not lying, nor trying to deny it. Remember what happened, and this is so he can't ask for another retrial. This is basically him saying guilty, right? So, I mean, good on him. He's not trying to deny any of this. Yeah, I killed them. Because he's gotten to accept this. This is actually really good for Yuji's character here. Higuruma, looking shocked at this. He's going to change his mind. Oh, this, what's going to happen? The judgment looks really pissed. Guilty. Confiscation. Death penalty. So, oh wait, both? So, confiscation we know is the removal of cursed technique and or cursed energy. One or the other by the sounds of it from our explanation. What does death penalty imply? Because Higuruma explained confiscation to us, but we don't have the explanation of death penalty. Yuji looking on, still fierce though. He hasn't given up. Capital verdict has been decided. And that is a really scary looking judgment face. That mask with the lips, that's freaky fucking looking. Okay, but Higuruma seems shocked and trying to figure this one out. He's trying to figure Yuji out at this point. So he's got doubts. There's a lot of directions they could take this. I'm most curious about how Higuruma is going to react to this, Yuji's character development on admitting this, even knowing that it wasn't actually him, it was Sukuna who controlled him, who made this happen. He's taken responsibility for his body, for his actions, for the fact that he ate the Sukuna finger in the first place. He's taking responsibility for all of this and saying, I killed them. When it was actually Sukuna, but he's not shying away from that. That's a very difficult thing to do in that situation. He could justify that it wasn't him a million ways to Sunday. And you could make that argument, and it would be valid, but here, Yuji's just, straight as an arrow. I liked it. I like that about his character, and now I want to learn about death penalty. And I also want to know, Higuruma, what is he thinking in this moment? This panel is probably the best panel. This is the best page right here. The second to last page is the best page. Because we got a very melancholy, a very reserved, accepting Yuji, an expression I haven't seen on his face before, and then we got Higuruma shocked by all this. wondering what he's thinking, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, you know what? For a they fight sort of chapter, sort of playing each other around, this is not a bad chapter for this last part here. This is like the first part was sort of just they fight, and it's fine. I mean, it's Yuji and the new guy that we met and stuff, and they're both cool and stuff, but it's basically they fight. This last like 2 or 3 pages, you know, of the chapter, that's actually elevating it for me. It's really like, okay, wait a minute now. They are going to bring up the mass murder. They are going to bring up Shibuya. This has ramifications. I like that. Tying one thing into from one arc to another arc. This is good. And not in the way we expect. So I definitely like this. I actually quite like this quite a lot. But what do you guys think? I don't really have any other theories that I haven't already talked about. I'm curious what death penalty does. What does Higurama think about this? Yuji's acceptance. A lot of good things happening right now. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this chapter? I apologize, it's a little shorter for a read-through, I guess, and there's no review necessarily. I'll probably talk to a few people about this chapter, and then I'll come up with some more theories, or I'll hear something on Discord or Reddit or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, that's a great idea, and I'll bring it up in the next review. But either way, I really enjoyed this chapter. I think it's an average chapter. Like overall, it's probably about a 6, maybe a 7. So it's not like anything wow, fantastic, but it was definitely a solid chapter, nothing to really complain about. So, yeah. What do you guys think about it? Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget the 4th and most important thing to drink responsibly, as I always do. And we will see you guys back here next time, or maybe I'll see you with my one good eye. One good eye, I'll be able to see you guys again. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Looking forward to chapter 166. Hope you are too. We'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye.